What is great in the state? It is the radio rap star. It is the two-time winner of the Golden Opportunity. It is the Fade Runner. It is G Money in the house. Watch your mouth. And I am being joined by
the award-winning best host, the now doing it up in the mornings on the bounce, morning roll out, and most of all, the very best at talk wrestling. It's DB.
It is DB. First off, congratulations on the morning show.
Yes.
You have turned the station around.
Yeah, it's again, I gotta give a shout out because I couldn't do this without my partner in crime, Minda. She ain't watching, but yeah, Minda. We couldn't do this without each other doing that thing. D-Rock, and I gotta even get a shout out to the man in charge, Ronnie. It took a chance on us, and then we making it happen. We're coming for you, Steve. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. He knows who he is. Steve.
We're coming for you.
We're coming for you. And he knows who he is.
Yeah.
That big old mustache.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And look, it's going to be a huge weekend.
Yes.
It is officially August, and that means on Saturday, it's going to be SummerSlam. The biggest party of the summer is going to be popping off.
Cleveland.
With the WWE. And there are seven big-time matches. There's a lot of stuff to cover in this show, man. Besides SummerSlam, we got so much other things to go through.
Justina, hey.
What? Oh, my gosh. Oh, Justina's in the building. What is good? What's
going on? Yeah, she's a little under the weather, so hope feel better.
Oh yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. All right. I dig it. So look, we're here. We've got SummerSlam. We got AEW.
Yeah.
We got NXT / TNA.
Yeah. A lot happened.
A lot to get through, man. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta get back to this weekly stuff. It's tough.
Yeah, we do.
Know. Yeah.
But look, things are picking up apparently for all of us.
Yes. Big things
are moving so fast.
So
I've got some huge updates, but I can't even. What's up?
I was just real quick. I did see an RWC show recently. He did his thing in Spring Lake, and me and my wife were out there. It was a great show. What's up, Donnie?
DJ Danny Ocean, what up?
Yeah, let me tell you, if you haven't been to a Ring Wars Carolina show, I've been going for years. I was even involved. I was the best ref before I became the best host. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, the quality, even when you were at Spring Lake, I was like, oh, we got to be there.
Yeah.
And it was a good show. Let me tell you. What?
Speaking of that, today at 7:00 on the Ring Wars Carolina TV YouTube channel.
Oh, yes.
Part 2 of the Summer Showcase is dropping. And on that card, it is myself versus Billy Brash.
Yes.
It is C.W. Anderson, the ECW original. He's taking on Xander Keys for the RWC Heavyweight Championship. And in the main event, it is Psycho Boy Fodder taking on Brutal Bob Evans.
So this is the very same show.
Same show. Like it's
so you get to see it.
It's dropping today at 7:00. Matter of fact, if you go to the website, if you go to YouTube, you can see the first half of the show.
Yeah.
Featuring commentary from the legendary Kevin Kelly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kevin Kelly.
Legit.
Commenting Ring Wars Carolina shows. That's bananas.
You should go watch it. Watch it. It's good family entertainment. And if you're like, oh, WWE, blah, blah, AEW, I know we talk about it all day, but this is local. This is people you can see.
People you can see.
So watch it. It's the good stuff.
Absolutely, man. You don't want to miss out on that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's going to be legit. Whoa, hold on. First off, my man LJ.
LJ, what are you doing? LJ, what are you doing? What is this all about?
Like,
what is this all about?
He thinks because he's putting out poetry slam books.
Yeah.
He's touring the country, doing poetry slams and spitting, that he could just talk to us any kind of way. Look, we got matter of fact, this Saturday, I will be in I will be in Lumberton this Saturday for the 26th anniversary show. Okay.
No,
So
Brian, you
like,
just got in just in time. We just started.
oh, is that who is that? Is that my
Is our is our dog Brian?
yo,
Uh,
look, you're right on time.
you're right on time.
You're right on time. Shout out to my man Daryl Walker. But
What's
what
up,
up?
Daryl?
Look,
Everybody's here. Everybody's in the
yeah, look,
house. I
we're
love
making
it.
it work. Matter of fact, look, let's just go ahead. Let's just get
Let's
into
dive
these
in.
match predictions then, man. Look,
Let's dive in. It's that time.
SummerSlam is popping off this Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
7 p.m. PLE Premium Live event
Mm-hmm.
on the Peacock.
On the Peacock. Hashtag the cock.
And we're gonna start off. that is you know what's crazy? I think that's what they call it.
They do.
That's a terrible nickname.
Oh.
So look, we're gonna kick this thing off. United States Championship match. Logan Paul versus LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Dummy. Honestly, it needs to be LA, but I'm worried it's going to be Logan.
Yeah.
Because there's been.
Look, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So there's rumors floating around that at Bad Blood, which is going down in Atlanta, that they have already started advertising that as a potential match. It needs to, like, honestly, this should have happened at WrestleMania. The fact that they extended it this far, it's kind of ridiculous, but I understand with Logan being from Cleveland, they wanted to have him in a marquee match, so it's good that they did this. LA Knight, he's cooled off, I'm not going to lie. So you need to do something big, and he needs to win that title.
He had no choice but to cool off. There's entirely too much going on in WWE for him to have stayed as hot as he was a couple months ago.
But the Styles feud did nothing for him. It was a great match. Now, don't get me wrong, AJ Styles, but the main story of that was AJ turning heel. And it just seemed so out of nowhere when he was in a world title feud, you know, with him. Who else was in that match? I think it was Orton, Kevin Owens, like trying to be Roman's next challenger in that case. And honestly, it did nothing for him. It's just kind of cooled him unnecessarily. His match at Mania with Styles was a good match, but even then, it should have been him versus Logan Paul. And Logan Paul's been getting a lot of bad flack lately, especially his comments. Like today, he was commenting on the boxing situation.
Yeah, with the Olympics.
Yes, with the Olympics, which is stupid. And he was very good promotion for WWE, but now his bad side is starting to come out, and they need to get that title off him like ASAP.
Yep. Well, I had LA Knight winning this anyway.
Yeah.
You know, because I also do agree that he needs, before his steam runs out, don't do it too late.
Yes, you can't. You cannot.
Poetry slam in a wrestling ring. G1 versus a poet of my choice. Strictly poems. Look, I used to be a tad bit of a wordsmith back in my day. You know what I'm saying?
He's a poet and didn't know it.
You know it. All right, this one. Let me see. Let's do this right here.
All right,
Sami Zayn.
Braun LeVar Breaker.
Braun LeVar.
Yeah, taking on Sami Zayn. Yeah.
Is it too early for Sami to drop the title?
I don't think so. I think he's held it a lot longer than I fully expected. I think he's had 3 solid challengers when it comes to, he's had a few solid challengers with it. I think he's had a solid run. I think, especially with what's possibly going to happen with our World Heavyweight title, it might be time to go ahead and take this belt off Sami. He could probably do one more match after this, but I think it's time for him to ascend to the next level.
This is one of the rare times where somebody hits the roster and you're like, oh yeah, you can put a belt on him.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if they never put Braun Breaker in this feud with Sami Zayn, like I would have been fine without this being for the belt. But since you can't have, honestly, the way that Braun Breaker has been, I think he's been killing it.
They've done it perfectly.
I don't think he should lose. I think he should win the belt.
They've done it pitch perfectly. Especially his promo he cut on Monday. It was like just what it was needed to sell this match. He has perfected the intensity. So I can understand why they did keep him in NXT so long and then having that last pepper
He
with,
he
yeah,
did spit that fire though.
yes,
The
yeah, he did.
numbers don't lie, and it
Yeah,
spells disaster.
for Sammy's, yes, you're right. So SummerSlam is the time you need to have a few crowning achievements,
Let's
especially
go, Adrian.
Adrian. What's going on? Yeah, you need to have a bunch of crowning achievements at SummerSlam, which is the biggest party of the summer. It's time. Braun Breaker wins the title.
I agree, Ozzy. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
This is facts. Yeah, this is another thing. You
Honestly,
don't know whether the board
he's-
cheer. It's like you cheer him because of his athletic prowess is crazy, it's bananas, it's awesome. And then he'll do something underhanded, and it's like, oh,
Now there's a few people who are this brand of intensity. I can compare Braun Breaker to Braun Strowman during his initial run when he was like really hot. You remember that initial run where he beat the crap out of Roman and tipped over the ambulance and all that?
yes, bro, that was top tier
Pitch
TV.
perfect. And Brock Lesnar. Those are the only comparisons that I can give that explosive that you have to watch this kind of guy. And this is the time Braun Breaker needs to win the Intercontinental title. Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, if it was a squash, I would not be mad because
I
it wouldn't
wouldn't
hurt.
be mad either.
It wouldn't hurt Sammy.
I
It would
wouldn't be
not.
mad either.
It wouldn't
Come
hurt
on,
Sammy
dog.
at all.
Let's go, man. I feel the exact same way. And speaking of that, let's jump to the women.
Yes.
The women. Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan.
As far as the most sports entertaining feud of this has got to be top tier. Honestly, they could really go all the way from the sheer reaction that all the segments have been getting. They did this the best way possible when you have a person that's injured by having Liv being involved with Dirty Dom and then the Rhea factor and then bringing Rhea right back into it. Like, it did everything that you like for the messy part of wrestling, the soap opera aspect.
Yeah, this is fact. JM was good.
Yeah, what's up, JM? Hey, so they killed it. They've been killing it. I say Rhea should lose this one. That's what I'm saying. I think she should lose. I think Liv Morgan should retain, and I want Dirty Dom to turn on Rhea Ripley. That's my take. I want the mess. I want it to be messy because it's such a good story that you cannot end it like this. Dom needs to fuck up. That's what I'm gonna say.
Look, I'm gonna everybody. I think everybody knows I'm not much of a Liv Morgan fan. So
she hasn't redeemed herself. Like she's been pretty consistent, man.
I want Rhea to win.
Yeah,
but I saw somebody's take earlier today.
Yeah.
And this is why I think Liv should win.
Mm-hmm.
So, not Dom, but Finn to get involved.
Now
I don't know if you saw the same
I
thing.
Did. I did see the Finn factor. If they're doing what they're doing, which Triple H has been known to do it, he refers to everything that's happened. And if you remember, this whole Judgment Day started. Judgment Day was feuding with Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan was the last person to pin Rhea, and Rhea turned on her to go heel and stuff after they've been a tag team. And honestly, I see them, calling that. And it will be funny. See, what I want, though, is I want Dom to turn, but I want Liv to be like, you idiot. I tricked you. I bamboozled you, and now you're screwed.
To me, that's what's been going on the whole time. She's only been doing this together. She's not interested in Dom.
That's exactly what. And then you have Finn.
That's why she did this from jump, just to take Dom from Rhea.
Ding.
That's why I never bought into it. I was like, man,
that's what I want to see. Dom should fail miserably.
Oh yeah, dog. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, Jamie. You already know.
But everybody's in the house. I'm loving it. Good to see
I
you.
think the swerve is Finn.
Yeah, Finn's going to be the swerve of
Finn
this
is the
matter.
Swerve.
And JD's going to go with him.
Then you split Judgment Day down the middle. Now you got Priest, Rhea, and Dom. Oh my God! Don't make Dom a face. Holy crap! And then you got JD, Finn, Carlito, and Liv.
Now it'd be funny if they kick Dom out too. Like Dom's the guy in the middle. That would be interesting.
They could.
Yeah, Finn versus Priest. I can see that happening. Shock Value, Finn getting involved. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Yep.
JM said you want the mess.
I want all the mess. I want it. I want it toxic. I like a good toxic.
he wants the mess, bro.
Yep.
No, look, anytime when you talk about wrestling and you want messy situations, when DB hears about messy situations, he's
yeah, that's me. That's me all day. I need that. I need that mess.
Yeah.
In fact, hit him with it.
We talk about messes.
We need it.
We talk about messes. We are like,
I need that mess.
I need a mess.
I need the mess. All the mess. I need that.
I need the mess.
Oh, jeez. I need it.
Man.
I need it all. Yeah.
So let's go.
Yeah. Oh, hit him with it one more time. Wait.
One more time. Yeah. Oh man.
Iconic.
Look, let's go. Speaking of Damien.
All right.
Let's talk about it.
We're gonna go ahead and talk about the world title match. All right, let's do it. Sorry, Damien. You did it well. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, not per angle. Oh, but yeah, I'm sorry. He's got to go. Sorry, Damien. You've done well. You've done a lot better than I expected this world title run to be. I mean, I knew he would win. Like, I called it. You remember, I called it a while ago. Once he won that Money in the Bank, I was like, he's cashing in at Mania.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, good deal.
Yeah, he's not a long time.
Yeah, we called it a while ago. Like, he did it well. He's done it pitch perfect. His matches have gotten a lot better. I was worried about that because, there's a difference once you get to the world title. Your world title quality matches need to be a certain level, and he's done a consistent job. And honestly, I could see him maybe having another run down the line. But he is turning face, and Gunther, it's his time. It's his time to be the champion. Remember, I initially had Gunther going into Mania and winning it. Like, I called that. I thought he was going to win the Rumble or the Elimination Chamber and then have the match against Seth at Mania until CM Punk came back. So in my opinion, it was always going to happen this way. Gunther is going to be the world heavyweight champion, and this is the time to do it. So let's do it.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm on the fence because I could see it going either way.
Yeah.
I can see it going either way. But when it comes to booking 101, the money is in the baby face chasing the title.
Baby chases all the time.
Baby chasing the title. And honestly, Sammy chasing Gunther was great. Actually, everybody chasing Gunther was great.
Well, it's great.
From Chad Gable to Sami Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great heel champion.
Yep.
Now the only difference is now is he's by himself.
Yes.
Which I kind of don't like because I think it would add more if he still had Ludwig and Giovanni, but it still works.
Well, sadly Ludwig got injured, so that was the only
both
thing.
Of them are hurt. Yeah, Ludwig and Giovanni are hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I wouldn't have a problem if Damien, first off, the Damien Gunther promos reminded me of Triple H Booker T from WrestleMania.
Yeah, it did get that level.
I was like,
yeah, you get that
what
line.
What are you really trying to say, Gunther?
He's like, you poor. No, and he said all the stuff that I said before. I say it again, you poor. Like, he basically stood on business, which I respect. If you're going to say it, stand on it. Yeah, he was like, well, yeah, everything I said, I still believe. Like, like Gunther is a hater.
Oh, look, the crowd about booed him out the building before he even said, every time he tried to talk, they gave him the Dominic Mysterio treatment.
Yes. Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what?
Gunther
I
said, if you
meant
pour,
what I said.
he said, if you pour, I don't like you. So like simple as that.
Oh, yo, I saw a comment on YouTube. It was
Yeah,
hilarious because we were talking about that same clip,
yeah.
and this dude said, Gunther's advice to Priest was if you don't have enough money, just buy some. What?
Oh Jesus.
Oh God,
I love it.
that
You know,
crying.
you need. It's the
Yes,
dominant heel. Yeah,
yes, Kaylani, poor
yeah.
ass.
Oh, shout out to Kaylani. Happy birthday! It's her
Oh, Merry
birthday.
Mother Loving birthday.
It's her birthday, so happy birthday, cake.
Oh, fuck the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Gunther don't like you if you have any money problems. He doesn't understand it.
Yeah, bro, he doesn't understand it. He's
He
like,
don't.
how are you poor?
How there's
How?
opportunity in this
How do
country.
how
I'm
do you
rich.
not become rich?
he's
10?
like that don't make sense to me. So
I don't know that struggle. Like, what is struggle?
it's a struggle. The struggle.
The what? The struggle.
You're talking about being in a submission.
Right.
You're being locked in. Yeah, I know that struggle. Yeah, but that's about it. So
right, let's go to.
I say Gunther wins. Wait, real quick. Real quick. Will there be a Finn? I'm going to call this the Finn factor. There's a Finn factor floating around this show. Will there be a Finn factor in this match?
Oh, you know what? I could see that. Maybe
I could see it.
Finn comes out to help, and maybe Finn comes out to help, and it actually costs Priest the match.
That's what I'm thinking.
I can see that. I could definitely see that.
The Finn factor could affect 2 matches here, which is crazy. That's how well I'm so happy of what they did with Judgment Day. I didn't like that. I thought they were going to do a switch. I thought Bloodline was going Raw, Judgment Day SmackDown initially in the draft. But I'm liking what they did. I still like what they pulled off. So.
Oh yeah, Brian. He agrees.
Yeah, there's a Finn factor floating around this show.
It's welcome to the Finn factor.
Hashtag Finn factor. I said it first.
There you go. All right, now let's get to the bro. What is the WWE Undisputed Universal?
No, it's just the WWE Championship.
Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah. They dumped the name. Yeah, they dumped the name once Roman lost it. It's the WWE Championship again. Gotcha. So it's with Cody, Luther, Shabazz, King X. Our WWE champion taking on
in a soul, Negro icon Cody Rhodes. And all for Martin Luther King. All right.
And the weekend or the weekdays, aka Solo Sikoa. Yeah, they said he looked like the Weeknd, but he's the weekdays.
Does he?
Yeah, with the way he's dressed. It's the suit. The suit look. Yeah, I saw somebody tweet that. They said, yeah, instead of the weekend, he's the weekdays.
Not the weekday.
But honestly, I ain't mad at Solo. Now, again, because I'm messy, do you know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it.
Don't do it.
Solo should win. I want to see the best.
No.
I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to be toxic. I want to see Solo win. I want to see him win in the most heel-like way, in the most BS way possible.
I am suffering.
I want to see it.
I'm suffering listening to you.
I want toxic. I want toxic. I want him to win in the most cheating way possible. I don't think it's going to happen. By the way, my real prediction, I don't think it's happening. But I want to see it because I want to see the toxic. I'm tired of long-ass title reigns. I'm over it. I don't want to see another long-ass title reign for at least 10 years, okay?
10 years?
Yeah, at least 10 years. I don't want to see another long-ass title reign. But
now look.
I don't think it's going to happen. This is me I want it to be toxic. But I think Cody's winning for real.
Look. Here's the thing. I love what Solo has done.
It's been great.
Solo has been the complete opposite of everything that Roman Reigns has been.
Yes.
and it's worked.
He's been clearly toxic about it too.
Oh,
like
man,
he's
supremely he's doing it to the point where it's like you're just begging.
Yeah.
Please, Roman.
Yeah.
Shut this fool. Get this dude out of here.
Get this dude out of here. He is the worst.
to his credit, he
Yeah.
hasn't done it in a bad way.
No, he's done it
But he's
perfectly.
done it in such a way that you're like, man, I can't wait for Roman to come back.
Now, here's the big thing.
Which even leads into the, and this is what everybody is talking about.
And that's
will Roman show up?
Yes, he will show up.
You know what I'm saying?
He will, because he always returns at SummerSlam. Roman picks and chooses. That's the thing. People are so crazy. What's going on, Gary? Yeah, what's going on? Like, people are crazy to think, yeah, Roman should come back at this show. It's like Roman wasn't ever going to come back until SummerSlam, okay?
I think that was a plan from jump.
It was a plan from jump, but the how is all important. Now, I still think in the background, Solo is not really in charge. I still think in the background, a certain final boss is the one who is controlling everything from the background here, because he is always going to be a factor hanging over the WWE now. Yeah, he's like, see, what I said was, so I told Solo, what you're going to do, you're going to pretend to be the tribal chief, and then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to be the actual tribal chief. No, I'm going to be the hive chief. I'm going to be bigger than the final chief, because I'm the final boss. So that's what's going to happen.
That's what's going to happen. He's like, see, I have a belt too. It's called the People's Championship.
But then I want the real.
But I want the WWE Championship. So I need you to soften him up for a year.
Yeah.
So when I come back next year and it's me and him at WrestleMania, I'm also going to need you to help me win this belt too.
Yeah. So, yeah, see, all the ideas. He's like, oh, here's another one. He's like, see. Oh, no, not that one. See, the idea here is, since SmackDown is going to USA and I'm the most popular actor in USA, so what I'm going to do is return on the first episode, and then I'm going to beat Cody for the WWE title, and then everything's going to be perfect.
It's going to be perfect.
It's going to be perfect. It's such a good idea. It's like
that's what we doing.
Oh, if you haven't seen the WrestleMania documentary on YouTube, watch it. It is the most amazing thing in the world. And that's where that meme comes from. Because The Rock, again, he's, to his credit, he says it was his idea to pivot. It was his idea. He's like, so what I said,
it's already big. You got Cody and Roman. It's already big.
Yeah.
But what if I make it bigger by taking it away from Cody? I take it away from Cody. I take the momentum.
Yeah. So, and then the Cody Crybabies come, and then I become the final boss.
Man.
And yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's the move.
Now, this is crazy. What if the toxic ass Dwayne shows up at SummerSlam? Because word has it, he just finished filming the movie, the MMA movie that he did, where they were telling the story of, I think it was one of the Gracies he's playing, or is Mark Coleman, or
yeah, I forget which movie.
Yeah,
I just saw the trailer for him doing the red one.
Oh yeah, that
Santa Claus joint.
Yeah, that was the one where, they were getting a lot of bad comments about him peeing in water bottles and stuff. And
what?
They said, oh, you didn't read that story?
No.
Yeah, there were rumors that he was late every day to set, and it caused the budget to balloon. And then when he would work, he wouldn't leave to go to the bathroom, so he'd just pee in water bottles while they're on set, just so they can get it done. And this was in the midst of also all the WrestleMania stuff. So there's a lot of flack that Sir Dwayne's been getting lately just for his shenanigans. So, yeah. So we'll see. I'm trying to see what that movie is. What was that?
That's my response.
Yeah. Dwayne's got issues, supposedly. Could Dwayne show up? Could The Rock also show up for SummerSlam? Would you have a twofer? Like, you have Roman return, you have The Rock return.
Now, you'd have to have The Rock return first.
Okay.
Rock comes out first to help, whatever. Mm-hmm. And maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Then here comes Roman.
Mm-hmm.
That music starts playing. It's fucking bananas.
Now, especially, if you notice, Jey Uso.
Everybody's you know.
Yeah. If you notice, Jey Uso's not on the card, and I think that is for a specific reason too.
Yeah.
Like to have him available and not have him in a match. We haven't seen Jimmy since he got kicked out. So do you line everything up? And could this, and in my opinion, this would be the perfect time too for Sammy to lose the Intercontinental title, because then he could return in the midst of all this. Because you got 4 versus 4.
Survivor Series.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can go ahead and start setting this up. I like Bryant's comment.
Oh yeah, he does look like he's telling you that story. But I actually like to answer Daryl's question. He said, "How do we feel about Jacob Fatu so far?"
Pitch perfect. He's doing it. He's doing it well. He's playing his role. And a lot of people were saying that he's going to overshadow Solo, which I thought was stupid anyway when people were suggesting that. No, he's playing his role perfectly. Yeah. I think everybody's giving Tonga Loa too hard of a time though. They're cooking this man.
Crapping on Tonga Loa, boy.
Like, leave that man alone. He's just playing his role too.
He's happy to be here.
He's happy to be here. He's part of the curve.
Let that man collect his ducats.
Let him, and let me tell you,
his change.
Do you know who makes me laugh the most? Tama Tonga. He makes me laugh the most with the yeah. He does it every time now. Since that went viral, he does it every time now, and he's just screaming random. I'm like, this man is making the easiest check in the world. He hasn't had to cut one promo yet. He's just made a comment here and there and made the yeah to the screen. Like, I'm like, that is what you want in wrestling right there. You show up.
That's a character.
That's a character. You show up, make that noise. You make the easiest check. You might have to do some matches here and there. It's gold. It's gold.
Take advantage of the simpleness.
Yes.
Take advantage of you're already a part of like a huge storyline.
Biggest.
You don't got to do too much.
You don't have to do jack diddly.
Just add a little bit.
How you sound?
That's all you got to do. Just a little bit of seasoning. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like. Don't be fooled into thinking that you have to go full Sami Zayn. You know what I'm saying? Because Sami Zayn almost took over that storyline in a good way.
Yes.
But you don't have to do that every single time.
No.
That's what makes these things different.
They've taken it to the next part of the story so well. Like, it's extended to a new part. Because now there's a new bloodline. Oh, the yeah. He does it all the damn time now. Oh, it's the weirdest thing. Oh shit. But they've done a good job of transitioning the bloodline story to the next portion. Now there's a faker. There's a new tribal chief, and he's doing everything all wrong, and especially the Paul Heyman factor. They took Paul Heyman out perfectly. He played that perfectly.
People just knew Roman was coming the next week, or when that was going to happen. Yeah. And like, I love the fact that they keep letting the tension build.
It's got to build till it's a swell. Like, you can't.
And SummerSlam is a swell.
Yeah, that's where it's gonna explode, and then they can go off after this situation. Oh yeah, yeah. We gotta get a clip of him doing that. Yeah,
we gotta add that to the list because I haven't added anything to the video.
We haven't added a bunch to the video list in a bit, but we got to get back to the weeklies. We're going to try to.
We do.
All right.
I don't know if this is going to be the main event. It's probably not, but I feel like it needs to be.
Honestly, it won't, just because of the Roman factor.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you're not going to do anything bigger than Roman and Rock. Even if that's going to happen.
If Roman or Dwayne,
I can technically see this opening the show.
I could see it too. Like, that is like exactly right.
Yeah, it's gonna be up there though. But like this one has got like this has got the old school animosity.
Everything
else has got like the sports entertainment field. This has the animosity. Like even Cody and Solo don't have the animosity like this does.
And this is blurring the lines, because we've heard historically of what Seth had to think of Punk, and we've heard what Drew thought of him, and then the fact that they've turned this into an actual feud. Yeah, I could see that too. I mean, and then we saw what happened with Money in the Bank. Seth's not happy. He cannot challenge for the world title anymore.
Yep.
And that was because of CM Punk, but CM Punk was getting back Drew for injuring him multiple times. And Drew is getting him back for screwing him over twice with the Money in the Bank. So There's so much hate going on, and the fact that the world title is not involved shows you the roster is in a healthy spot. Like, this is gold. This is building legit stars all across the card. I love this match. I say you give it to Punk. I think Punk should win. I think what you do is you have Seth try to screw Punk, but it doesn't work, and he ends up and Punk ends up winning some way somehow. But then Seth will beat up Punk after he wins, or Seth just goes down the line and keeps it honest, and right when he's holding Punk's hand, that is when he does it. He beats the crap out of him, because you know how Seth Rollins is. He's like, okay, you're done, but you still got Bad Blood. And see, a lot of people don't know the story with Bad Blood. Every Bad Blood event has had a Hell in a Cell match. So I'm thinking that's basically replacing Hell in a Cell. So there will be a Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood. I can guarantee you. And that's the match to do it with.
You don't think it'll be a triple threat?
I don't know.
Because there's enough animosity to go around.
With all three.
From Seth to Punk, from Seth to McIntyre, from McIntyre to Punk.
Yeah, I could see it. So that's a possibility. You could have a triple threat Hell in a Cell match.
Because no matter who wins, the other guy can say, well, if Seth wasn't the ref, we had a real ref, he could have went down whichever way. Because I honestly can't even choose a winner. I don't even know who I think I have winning.
Yeah.
Like I can create reasons for both.
Yeah.
But like right now, my main sticking point is McIntyre winning, just because he's been, and the reason I have him winning is just because he's been active the whole time.
Yeah.
As opposed to like Punk has been hurt and then hurt again. You know what I'm saying? So I could see McIntyre winning, but if Punk wins, I feel like it's going to be because of something that Seth did.
Yeah. That's what I'm leaning towards. I'm thinking Punk wins. This is also his first WWE match in what they say 9 or 10 years at this point, like 7 or 8 years. So Punk could take the L, but I think he's going to win this match. But yeah, I could see the shenanigans part of it.
Right.
Yeah. So hey, but I could also see McIntyre winning too. So.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, it could definitely go easy.
It's up in the arms, but I love this story. It's so great. Did we put the picture in there? Oh yeah. Seth in his ref outfit is amazing.
When I look at this picture, I'm like, who the hell's the face?
Yeah, nobody. None of them are the face of the situation.
I'm just looking at this like, who am I supposed to cheer for? Like, Seth looks ridiculous.
I gotta give credit.
Punk got Jordans on. I mean, damn.
And I'm also, if you notice, Punk has gotten jacked. Especially, he's like, look, I ain't trying to get injured anymore, so I needs to build as much muscle as I can.
Right, exactly.
And I'm gonna be hanging out in that performance center every day, training with these NXT kids, and they're gonna, give me life here. So hopefully it works. So
absolutely. Okay, so we have our SummerSlam predictions in the books.
Yes.
All right. So now. Where are we going from here? Because
there's one thing coming on Friday Night SmackDown, and I think I put it in there. The tag team match.
Oh, bam! No, is this it? Yeah, this is it.
So tomorrow night, DIY defends their tag team titles against Bloodline Solo, which is comprised of Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu. So what could happen? Especially before SummerSlam.
I mean, if it was Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, I probably would say DIY could escape. Something tells me, man, they might lose.
That's what I'm leaning towards. Going into
they might mess around and lose.
SummerSlam. They're gonna lose.
It's either gonna be one of two things. Either the Bloodline is either going to lose by DQ or they're going to win the belts, because they're not going to get pinned. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. Now, also, there's another factor floating around. Cody's friends are Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. We haven't seen Randy Orton in a little bit. He got taken out by Bloodline. But Kevin Owens is still the wild card with every situation. So could they cause Bloodline Solo to lose here?
I mean, that's always a possibility.
There's always a factor. Because they're technically tag team right now, the RKO. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
so I don't know. That's a tough call. It's going to be your random freaking SmackDown. That's all I
Extremely
know.
random.
Yeah. So we're going to see a lot happen.
All
Now,
right.
in your opinion, a lot of people saying SmackDown has not been great since Mania time. How do you overall think SmackDown is faring,
I've been
especially post
cool with
draft?
it. Like the reason they're saying that is because there's no Roman.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? There's not even like if you're expecting Roman and you don't get him for months, yeah, you're gonna feel like that. But this bloodline stuff has been good. It took
yeah,
a minute.
yes,
It took a minute. But once Thomas showed up and then Tonga and then Jacob Fatu, nah, it's fine.
yeah.
Is it Roman level? No, because there's only one Roman. Like,
And
no, it's not Roman level.
but here's the thing
And nothing
too.
and everything can't be. Once his R was gone, it was gone.
Yeah,
You can't, I don't give a damn what you do. You can't replace it.
yeah. And then guess what? We were spending the last almost year and a half, and he was still showing up every few months, or still showing up rarely, and you would still deal with bloodline stuff like weekly. I just think people, because of how big this past WrestleMania is, WrestleMania 40, it was a big thing, but I consider it more like Avengers Endgame level, where
Right,
it was
right.
the end of a true era. It was like a almost grand finale of this phase of WWE, and now we're on to the next phase. So you have to rebuild. People forget it was about the build. You got to build up to these moments. So when the moment hits, it's huge. So yes, I don't think Cody's been weak as champion. I think he's been great. Damian Priest has been great as champion. They've been consistent. They've been They've been doing great matches, cutting great promos. They've been rebuilding, and you needed that time for Solo to build up. You needed that time for these moments to hit. So guess what? SummerSlam is going to really reward you for being patient and letting it build. You need filler to get the
You got to,
climax.
because the thing has been, you know why people haven't bought into Cody's because there's none of those matches you really ever thought he was going to lose the belt.
Yeah,
That's why. Not the match with AJ, not whoever else he defended. None of those were you like, oh man, Cody could lose. No, we knew he wasn't going to lose.
but
We knew that there was no chance that he would lose until he gets back into bloodline business.
yes,
And really not even bloodline business once Roman comes back.
yeah,
But like until all that happened, it's just these are filler matches.
yeah.
And I can understand if you know what's going to happen, are you still going to watch? Yeah, to an extent,
Yeah.
but like sometimes I just watch to see how accurate I was with my predictions.
Yeah, but you needed this stuff. Cody is so strongly built. He beat the longest reigning champion in WWE history, just about of the modern era. Like you can't just have him lose to a scrub, or
Exactly.
it would not reward
It
all
didn't
that
make sense.
build.
It wouldn't make sense.
It wouldn't
That's
make
why
sense.
that's why I was on the fence about Sammy losing to
Yeah.
Braun.
Yeah,
Because like he beat the longest reigning.
yes. So it made sense for him to win that first one. But now that you got a pissed off Braun Breaker. You got a reason for him to be in the next gear. Then you could justify him losing at this show. So, like, you have to justify this stuff. You have to justify your choices that you're making. And that's also why I say you should be toxic and you could do this. But I'm saying it as Solo could not beat Cody Rhodes straight up. I don't want people to think that. I think Solo could beat Cody Rhodes with some utter bullshit reasons. Like they would have to throw like a bus on Cody for him to lose. But I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
But it would be interesting. It would give a reason. It would give a reason. Cody could tell a billion times. He would be like, he couldn't beat me. He couldn't beat me, and it would justify a reason for him to get a rematch. He can get the title right back. We would be just fine. So that's all I'm saying with that. But you need this filler to get to this point, people.
Oh, good. Absolutely.
You need it.
Absolutely.
All right. So any other WWE things that we got in there?
Let's, I don't know if we have a picture of it. So I'm just gonna just throw this out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dexter
Lewis looks low-key ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he's still with the company.
I'm down. I love it.
And let me preface this by saying I still don't care for the Wyatt Six.
You don't like the Wyatt Six?
I still don't care for the storyline.
Okay.
Still don't.
Yeah.
And I let it cook. and all this. The best thing that came out of this for me is Chad Gable with the Creed brothers.
Yes.
That, like, to me, that's the best thing. And I'm not saying, oh, it's terrible. I didn't say it's terrible. I just said I don't care for it.
Well, this is going to be their first match, which I'm happy about because I just think they've been letting it cook too long. But I understand that it's tough to try to fit everybody on the card, especially when Triple H likes to keep the pay-per-views, PLEs pretty light. He likes 5 matches tops, which is okay, but he might need to start pushing to like 6, just to kind of fit a little more stuff. But it's good. They're going to finally debut next Monday, and that way we can finally see them in action. And I think that's just the only missing thing. That was the good and bad thing about Bray. There was a lot of good. There was a lot of not so good. But just trying to find that fine line in the middle is where you want to be. Hopefully they're not, which they took the mask off, which that made me the most happy, is they won't be wrestling in those masks.
Yeah, it's crazy to wrestle in masks.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a nightmare. So I'm ready to see.
They're just God. They're just people. And look, I wasn't a big fan of Nikki Cross either.
Yeah.
So, like, that doesn't do anything for me. I do like Eric Rowan. I especially like Eric Rowan, knowing that he's like one of the last surviving members.
That promo he cut talking about what he's went through was great. I gotta give credit.
I like Dexter. I never really cared for Bo.
See, I think Bo never got the chance because I loved him in the initial NXT when he was NXT champion. He was consistent. He was pretty good. He can work. And it's just he never got that fair shot that I thought he would get. I honestly thought Bo was going to be bigger than Bray from the way that they were setting him up. But Vince went a different route. They kind of went more comedy with him. So this is his chance to really step forward and do his thing. I'm hoping to see it. I hope good things because all of the people involved can wrestle pretty well. Nikki can wrestle well. Dexter can wrestle kind of well. He's not really the outright best. Joe Gacy, he's great. He was consistent in NXT. Eric Rowan was a great big guy. So I'm interested to see what they do. It's time to get to the actual wrestling part. I want to see them do some things.
Agreed.
So we'll see. But I like Creed's and
look,
Gable.
I'm still willing to give it a chance. It just hasn't done anything for me.
Yeah, it's just they've been building and building and building. You can only do it but so much, especially if you've been building for a while. So we need to say payoff. But Creed's and Gable is good stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And let me see. Is there anything else?
Anything other E stuff?
Yes. There is NXT.
Okay. And did I add that extra little thing today?
You did.
Okay, good. Yes.
Oh no, that's that one.
Oh, that's interesting
good too. But here it goes.
Yes. Okay, so Joe, if you didn't read it, Joe Hendry has a special deal basically where he can operate in NXT, perform at the Performance Center, and still be a full TNA guy, which is amazing.
That's crazy, unprecedented,
amazing,
awesome, and this is what everybody should strive for.
Yes. Now, I think in the long run, he will eventually fully come over to WWE just because he's so hot. But this is great. TNA had one of their biggest events with Slammiversary just now because of this crossover. Which congrats to the former Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth. He is the TNA World Champion, killing it. So this is how a cross promotion works. Or the Rascals fully together and operating on both shows. You see Charlie Dempsey popping up on both, and the no quarter crew, which they're better now since Drew Gulak and old dude Gable's brothers is gone now. They're consistent. It's great. Wrestling is healthy this way. TNA and NXT doing their thing. I still think there's going to be a big event coming, and hopefully we'll see it soon. But I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see Joe Hendry full-time NXT eventually. So,
yeah. NXT has been It's been awesome.
And
It's
he's
been
feuding. He's feuding with Gallus
with
right now.
Gallus.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, I believe you sent a pic of that.
yeah, because he did a rock concert on Tuesdays. NXT and Gallus is coming after him. He's also feuding with the Walking Weapon. Of
Josh
course,
Alexander.
Josh Alexander, who just turned heel, which rumors had it that he was originally supposed to win the TNA World title, but then they decided to switch gears, turn him heel, and feud him with Hendry. So Joe Hendry's on track. I could see him really, really making a big time, becoming a big time character. It's like hopefully he can switch gears. Hopefully he can be serious. His work is not so bad. Not the outright best. I don't think he's world title ready by any means, but he's going to be a consistent character for sure. He's viral, that's for damn sure. So, WWE's like, yep, we need that.
Right. Yes, indeed. Uh-oh. I'm ready to see Obi show up on TNA. Yes. Obi and Moose.
Oh, I need him to come out gangbusters. Like he needs
now
to go.
That he's now that Moose isn't the TNA champ.
Oh yeah, more than enough opportunity.
Man, that's.
In fact, I need the TNA World Champion to show up. Dolphin Dazzle.
Oh man,
was a
Dolph
former.
Would be crazy.
He's a former NXT World. He's a former NXT champion. He was the one that beat Braun Breaker. So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He needs to roll in, and there needs to be a TNA champion versus NXT champion, who right now is former TNA guy,
former AEW guy.
We don't even care about that. That's crazy. The week he left, he wins. He gets an NXT title feud and wins it in a second.
Ego, Ethan Page. That's crazy.
Ethan Page is killing it. Like everything's so good. So.
Actually, one last thing.
Okay.
About the E is really Josh Barnett.
Oh yeah, Bloodsport. Julius Creed was both the Creed brothers were there. Yes. Shayna killed it. Charlie Dempsey was there. Who else? There was somebody else from the WWE roster. I think that was there.
I'm trying to see what pictures I have. I thought I had more.
Yeah, there was a few. Yeah, both the Creed brothers had a singles match. Oh, yeah, Masha Slamovich was there representing TNA. There was a bunch of people. It was like TNA. Timothy Thatcher was there. Yeah, they that was a good cross-promotion event for sure.
Oh, yeah. I was surprised so many of them were over there.
Yeah, it was mind-blowing. It was legit.
Okay.
But the big one is a certain person who's no longer with WWE, and that is the one and only MVP.
Oh yeah, I don't think you sent any MVP picks.
Yeah. So the story going around is Lashley might be letting his contract expire, and MVP's contract is expiring. He's no longer going to be with the WWE. Natalya did get re-signed. We did see that because she was floating around as possibly not renewing. Tamina, they said that hers was getting expired, or she's transitioning to a new role within WWE. But there's a lot of changes coming. MVP, I feel bad, but I don't think he should be kind of bugging out as much as he is. It's like a lot of people wanted the Hurt Business to come back. I love the Hurt Business. I'm going to be honest with you. I did too. But I kind of see why it didn't come back. I kind of just see why. I just do. It was such a COVID thing. It was such a thing that we needed during COVID, and especially with Lashley winning the title. The whole point was for Lashley to be on top, which I love that. That needed to happen. We needed to see him as WWE World Champion. But I could also see what they're doing is that they're trying to get away from the older talent. Like they're transitioning. In a way, this is almost like the new generation of WWE was. Right. Like when the Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels generation came through, then you had Diesel, then you had Razor Ramon. You had these new big time guys, and people like the Macho Man were kind of going into that secondary role. And so I kind of see that happening right now because who do you got? Who's your old guys? Sheamus, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio. Who else? honestly, they're transitioning out. Lashley would have been in the same situation. They're not going to be winning like they used to. They're not going to be in those main programs like they used to. It's just it comes with wrestling. It's time for the new gen to take over, take that place. So you're going to see it's just time for that to happen. So I could understand why the Hurt Business wasn't going to come back to fruition or come to full time. And MVP wants to wrestle too. And I don't think they were going to let him wrestle. It's just it's the same situation. He's been there, done that. We're past its time. And I feel bad for Shelton. I wish Shelton, but he was kind of in the same situation too. He was in Cena's class, and Cena just announced his retirement is coming.
Yeah.
Like they're good workers, they're good hands, but it's that time. It's time for the next gen, and there's so many grade A talents. Obafemi is going to be a world champion. He's going to be a main event player. He is coming.
Javon Evans is going to be doing major things.
Javon Evans. Then you still got Austin Theory. Then you still got Braun Breaker. Then you still got Carmelo. Then you still got, honestly, my dark horse is Ludwig Kaiser. I really think he's going to be a big time. Then you still got Dominic freaking Mysterio. I know for a fact he's going to be in the main event conversation. Like you're setting up your next gen. They're your upper mid card guys. So yes, Randy Orton, Sheamus, Rey Mysterio. They got to start passing that torch. It's just the name of the game. So that's why I say I understand why Lashley is thinking, you know what? It's time for me to go. It's time for me to look elsewhere. I mean, even AJ Styles, he's getting ready to be on that list too.
Yeah.
He
just went to, where did he go to? Noah?
Yeah, Noah. He went there.
He had one of his best matches like in the past 5 years.
Amazing match. Amazing. And then WWE's giving people these opportunities now. It's like, look, we
no
understand.
offense. They're letting people just, hey, yeah, you want to go do this? All right, cool.
Go do your thing. You go work, you make some money, you go impress. And EO went over there too. So they killed it. It's just the name of the game. Like that's how it is. You're going to start seeing that transition happen. So it's time for the new gen. We're in a new era. So
man, it's real.
All right. So I think that's it for the E, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, AJ killed it.
He did. I'm looking at this stuff. Let's move on to AEW.
All Elite has been okay. They had some sound issues recently, which were annoying because I swear they've always had these sound issues, but we're building up to their WrestleMania, which is All In Wembley.
All In.
The top feud, in my opinion, this took back the main event, so I already see what's happening. This is the big match.
Oh yeah,
it's Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, taking on Swerve Strickland, the AEW World Champion, who's another World Champion. He switched it, he flipped it. I was a little worried about him because I felt like he was getting on the back burner, but that Will Ospreay feud saved him.
Yeah,
it saved his life. Now I like the little whisper thing. He's like a mob boss with that. I respect you, but I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna have to kill you because you ain't taking what's mine. Like that vibe.
Nah, he's whispering this.
You raggedy bitch.
You raggedy bitch.
Yeah. So now it's title versus career because Bryan Danielson's contract is quote unquote up, and so all in, he either wins the AEW title or his career ends. Because this is the same year that Sting's retirement happened, Bryan's winning this. I already called that he was winning this, but I thought initially what was going to happen was it was going to be him versus Will Ospreay, which by all accounts, rumors has it that was the original match that was going to happen, him versus Ospreay.
Will Ospreay.
But Ospreay vouched for Swerve. He was like, he didn't want to do that because he wants to kind of, he's planning to stay with AEW for life. That's what he says. So he doesn't want to squelch Swerve and mess him up. So he supposedly he vouched for him, and Tony Khan changed his mind, which rarely happens, by the way.
Very, very rarely happens, man. I want to say real quick. I want to say the stream is on our IG.
Woo!
And
Instagram.
it's about to end in 20 seconds.
Okay.
Because it only runs for an hour. So shout out to everybody that's been watching on the Smash the Mat podcast.
We appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying?
We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We're almost through anyway.
We're about done anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
thank you, IGers. And
yes,
thank you for those listening to us on podcasting platforms.
That's right. That's right. Look, because we do the live first. We do the live video first. You know what I'm saying? And then after it goes live on YouTube and Facebook and everything else, then we put it on our podcasting platforms. You know what I'm saying? So it's usually no more than an hour, maybe after.
Not too long.
So you don't really miss nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's see what else we got in here from. What is this? I saw you put this.
Oh
up.
yeah. So this is the guy. His name is Hologram. That's been the new luchador, and supposedly this is a big time Tony Khan project. Nobody knows who's under this mask actually. So he's been the new guy. A lot of people thought it was going to be rumored to be Ricochet, and a lot of people thought it's Aerostar. But that's the mystery: is who is this guy?
Well, if it was Ricochet, we'd see the tattoo.
Yeah, you see the tats. So that's the new character, and you're going to be seeing a lot of hologram. We don't know who it is though. That's the big $1 million question. Now the big feud has been Timeless Tony Storm,
Timeless Tony,
and Mariah May, which they've had the pitch perfect feud.
Oh,
Mariah was obsessed with Tony, was her partner in crime, her protege, and then once she won the Owen Hart tournament, she turned on Tony Storm and bloodied her up in the most brutal image. Honestly, in my opinion, this match can main event the whole show, from the sheer build of their feud.
Yeah, I thought I had a pick. I don't.
Yeah, Timeless. I thought we had the card.
The card for what? All in?
All in. I thought it was in there.
I gotta check. But I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah, it's okay though. So that's gonna be a big one. I think Timeless. I could see Timeless winning this one, and Mariah keeping it up just to have some redemption here. But I could also see her losing the title to her. So we'll see what happens. The other big match is Mercedes Moné taking on DMD Britt Baker. Now there was a lot of big things because Camille finally debuted on AEW as her heavy, as her Diesel.
Yeah, there we go, as her Diesel.
So legit. So that's going to be the factor, and it's for the TBS title, which is the secondary woman's title belt. But still, big things. Mercedes, I don't think she's going to leave AEW for a while, even though a lot of people think she might come back to WWE.
She just signed a like a 5-year contract.
She's going to be there for a bit, but I could also, she gives that energy that she's going to stay with them as long as possible. Just because, I can understand because WWE did her a certain type of way. She should have been the face, but she was never treated as such. So I can understand her staying. Now, 2 big stories came out about Mercedes and Britt Baker. They seem to both be going through breakups.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yes, indeed.
So the big thing, Mercedes has filed for divorce with her husband, our actual friend, a friend of the show, being Makazi. Now he's a RWC classic, and even Mercedes.
That's right. Yeah, Mercedes. She also was on RWC.
Former Ring Wars. Yeah, former Ring Wars Carolina Women's Champion, actually.
Yes, indeed.
So it's crazy. I've seen these. I've known these two. So it is kind of crazy to see that after these years now. Makazi, of course, works for the WWE as a designer for the costumes and the outfits. Because let me tell you, that man can do some work. He can also wrestle well, which a lot of people, if you didn't know, he can also wrestle very well.
We're looking at
yeah. I just think that's wild. It's wild. We don't know that.
They were together for 10 plus years?
Long
Married
time.
for 8?
Long time. So Hopefully, wish them the best on that. But the big story, we don't know the verdict of this one. Now, if you're wondering who Chugs McMuffin is, that is Adam Cole. Of course, he is famous on Twitch, YouTube for his gaming platforms, and he recently announced that he is moving back to Pennsylvania, where him and Britt Baker are from. But he's moving alone, and he made sure to stress that. Now, again, they've been together for a while. Britt Baker has a dentistry office in Florida, and that is where they've been for years. And he came to AEW to be closer, with his girlfriend. Now, nobody really knows what's going on. I've seen a billion different things on X. The craziest rumor I saw was her being involved with Powerhouse Hobbs. Like, I read that, and I was like, this is ridiculous. We don't know what the deal is. We don't know what the exact details, but the rumors are that they have broken up after all these years, which is wild.
Crazy.
Now, I've also been seeing a lot of flack from Britt Baker. They say she's complicated backstage, that she's argued with Will Washington, who is supposed to be helping with storylines, that she has had issues with other people in production. I mean, we remember the feud she's had with Thunder Rosa, which we saw on the AEW documentary, the reality show. So who's to know? Again, but there's a lot happening.
There's definitely a lot going on.
In all elite. So
definitely a lot going on, man.
So I don't know. That's the most crazy thing that's going on. Also, All In's going to be a big show. That's
it's going to be huge.
There's a lot of matches on there. There's going to be a lot. I'm trying to think of any other big ones. I think the Acclaimed is facing off with the Bucks, if I'm correct. Or is that a big? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot that one. That's a big one. Beth Phoenix's WWE contract has expired, so she is a free agent, and of course we know Adam Copeland, the former Edge, is in AEW. So could we see Beth Phoenix? Oh, that was another one. Now, Buddy Murphy, funny enough, he was originally going to try to get a WWE deal, but because of his injuries, AEW, added. They
of course,
tacked on.
You have all this time. They give you the time off when you need a heal.
Yeah.
But then they tack on that time that you were off. They tack it to the back end of the contract, so they still get the time out of you. Yeah.
Yes, and the same thing happened to Malachi Black. But it's official that he has a big money deal that he just signed to stay with AEW. So now his run's going to continue, and honestly, I think that's smart. It's like you got to play it right. If you know, hey, all right, I could get with WWE, but I don't really see them using me anytime soon, or I don't really see a slot where I can pop in at. So
you see that roster.
See that roster, and it is thoroughbred right now, so it's smart. And they're using the House of Black regularly, so he's like, you know what? I'm on TV. I'm working regular. Let me stay here. Even though him and Rhea Ripley just got married, so congratulations to them. I know they want to be close, but hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
They both live in Florida. Y'all be fine. I don't work at the same place as my wife, and we're good.
You'll be just fine.
You'll be just fine. Yeah, you know what? That's the thing, too. It's not really normal for you to work with your spouse. It's actually a rare thing.
It's really not.
That don't happen normally. So if a lot of people make a big thing about, wrestlers working in the same, who cares? I get it. They travel the roads and stuff, but they'll be fine. They live in the same place. They got phones.
Yeah, true.
They can text.
True indeed. All that.
All right.
All that happens.
So I think that's the
I think we've done. I'm looking through to see we did the SummerSlam stuff. Yep, yes.
SummerSlam this Saturday.
That's right, this Saturday. So. And if you happen to be,
I forgot about this. Wow. Okay, so it was confirmed, and she just got him a big Lego set too. That Dakota Kai is dating Eddie Thorpe. Now, for years, the rumors were her and Shayna Baszler were together because they've actually lived together for numerous years, along with I think in that house it was Mia Yim and Jessamine Duke. They were BRE, which they also game together. Which, by the way, even if she was with Shayna Baszler, she could decide to be with Eddie Thorpe. It's normal, people. It's a
That is
spectrum.
normal.
It's a spectrum. So if she's bi, sure, why not? But this is the first actual relationship she's ever confirmed. There was never a confirmation that her and
This is
Shayna
definitely true.
Baszler. So they could have just been roommates. Again, these are all rumors, but that's not a rumor. That was actually a confirmation of a relationship.
That was on their social media.
That was, they posted, and then she got him a big old Lego set, so
Big
even
old
more.
Lego set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's.
Oh
yeah, there's this.
Okay. We finally got a picture of the meeting of Tony Khan and Shane McMahon. What do we think comes from this? Now, to me,
I don't know, because it's not like he's. Maybe he helps him like run the company, because it's not like he's a viable competitor anymore.
No. I mean, but supposedly there's just always been bad blood with Shane and his sister and Triple H. I mean, but then again, Stephanie's not even technically with the company, even though there's word that she might be coming back to take on more of an active role. But Triple H is the only one in charge fully of WWE as far as the creative direction goes, with Nick Khan doing all the business side. So Shane could be looking to get back in the wrestling game.
Man,
could AEW get a McMahon?
Yeah.
What would happen if AEW got a McMahon?
Look, I mean, WWE got the Cody Rhodes. I ain't saying it's a fair trade-off.
But that makes things interesting.
Yeah.
Now,
and if you're, what was you saying?
Now, what would happen? How would the Bucks feel?
That is a great question.
The EVPs, how would they feel?
What is their relationship? Is there any relationship? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And while we're on that, let's talk about what's going on. What's also happening this Saturday?
It's going to be wrestling
in Lumberton, 612 2nd Street, Priscilla King Arena. Ring Wars Carolina presents their anniversary show, the 26th anniversary.
Wow.
5 matches on the card. Okay. It's going to be an open invitational gauntlet match to be for the number one contendership of the Junior Heavyweight Championship.
Okay.
Which is being held by RJ Weaver, who is also defending that title in a best 2 out of 3 falls match against James Anthony.
Well, that's going to be a hot match.
There will also be a tag team championship match between Team Nightstick, which is actually Snooty and the Beast, Aaron Biggs and Snooty Fox against the wrestlers Pecos and Waco. Speaking of Team Nightstick, I will be challenging for my RWC Television Championship being held by Nightstick Eddie Brown.
Now so explain the lowdown here, just for the layman's that haven't watched Ring Wars Carolina on YouTube, which you should watch, by the way. Just give a small recap, because I know you both, and so this kind of hurts my heart a little bit seeing you having issues with the legendary Nightstick Eddie Brown. Like, what happened?
All right, so last May of 2023, May 28th, I won the RWC Television Championship. I held that championship for going on a year. I was at 340
You were the 5th champion.
days.
You were the 5th, right?
I was the 5th.
5th, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. Okay, I had probably the match of my career against LeBron Cozone.
Oh, yes.
At the Golden Opportunity Rumble. Now, look, the purpose of the Golden Opportunity Rumble, 30 men get into the ring and they wrestle for a chance to hold the Golden Opportunity chain. The Golden Opportunity chain, think of it as our Money in the Bank.
It's
With
more
that chain,
blingy.
you can challenge any champion at any time for any belt. Okay, now, at the time, Nightstick Eddie Brown had purchased that chain from one David Barnabas Spector back in April. He had until the Golden Opportunity Rumble started, which was at intermission, after the second half of the show.
Yeah.
Well, after I beat Nightstick, After I beat LeBron Cozone's goons jumped me. Nightstick cashed in and he stole the championship from me. Ironically, in the second half of the show, the golden opportunity, I won the chain.
Nice.
Now, but this, I'm not cashing in my chain for this championship. This is my rematch. This is my rematch.
Oh yeah, your contracted rematch.
That's
Gotcha.
right. That's right.
Okay,
That's
good.
right.
Good.
So that's what's happening. Then there's the RWC Heavyweight Championships where Caribbean Tiger, who won a tournament, the number one contendership tournament. Okay, he beat Titan, he beat the newcomer James Lee, and then in the finals he beat Roman McIntyre to become the number one contender, and he will be facing off against Xander Keys.
Whew, let me tell you, that Xander, he is something else. He has like defended that title very strongly, and the fans don't like him, but I can't be mad at his ability.
There we go. I didn't know which way to point.
But I've seen the Caribbean Tiger do his thing. So that's going to be epic. That's going to be epic match. Now, is Psycho Boy Fodder? I know he's floating around in all this situation, and
he's around. He's not going to be at this show.
Okay, but I know he might be watching this match, especially for his RWC Heavyweight Championship, right?
Because look, I know he's the heavyweight champion for XWW.
Yeah.
And for RWA, Revolution Wrestling Authority, and Extreme World Wrestling. And I know he keeps talking about wanting to add to his collection. So you never know.
And he wants that title back, right? Because I remember he lost it.
You never know where he's going to pop up.
Yeah.
You never know. Oh, and you know what? Speaking of popping up, somebody else that could possibly pop up